Hi, my name's Ash, this is Crack Minis. Today I'm going to be building some quick and easy terrain. I'm going to be showing you how I do. Also, for the last piece I went overboard and it was too big, but at the same time, who cares? I've been watching some of my content over again and I realised that if I want to do something quickly I need to have a base on it. So the base controls how big the thing turns out to be in the end. So I started off with an MDF base. I got these MDF bases from my brother-in-law. It's pretty sound. He posted me a massive box just of offcuts and discs, which is great. I'm going to make use of all of them and I use them for all the bases in this video. He runs a laser cutting company. Well, I say laser cutting company. It's called Call Out Creations. There's lots of different stuff. Even makes bespoke designs, so you can come to him with your own stuff and he'll make it for you. He'll try his best to make it for you. I'm going to leave a link in the description just so you can check them out if you're interested. This isn't me. This isn't a paid promotion. I literally just got a box of discs and I want to let other people know they can also get stuff off him. And maybe he might send me more stuff. Now that I've done that, let's talk about the building. So basically I was racking my head trying to think how I wanted to build this terrain. And the first idea I came up with was I was going to build a frame out of candy floss sticks and then attach bits to it. These were really easy because I just used stuff out of my Doom box. Now, I call it a Doom box because it sits next to my desk and I literally just sweep all the unused bits from a project into it. So I could come back to it at a later date and organise it, but I never do. And then I look at it and it makes me feel bad. It fills me with doom. So, Doom box. Oh, I was feeling brave, so I dug through it and got some bits out, cut them to the sizes I need, and I stuck them on. If you also have a Doom box, please let me know in the comments down below. There's no shame here. I actually need to tell you why I'm building terrain. So, I've made this game. It's called Flipping Tanks. I've already made the tank for it. That was part 1, this is part 2, where I made the terrain for it. And yeah, it needs terrain for you to be able to play it. Well, it doesn't necessarily need terrain. You can use any sort of junk, like Coke cans and bean tins and things like that if you want, but I wanted to make some terrain for it that was nice and easy for anyone to try and make their own version of. Because the rules for terrain are literally just, it's there to block the sight of the guns, so it doesn't really matter, as long as it's not too big. I've actually finished the rules, so I'm going to be including a link in the description that you can follow, and you can download it, and it's yours. Completely free to everyone. Just have a go. Maybe build your own flipping tank, or your own flipping tank terrain. And if you're on Instagram, tag me in it. I'd love to see it. See what other people come up with for designs, and maybe I'll post them on another video if anyone does. Or I could just tell you what I'll do. I will put it on the screen for you now. That should have been enough time for you to screenshot it if you didn't want to follow the links. Or if I completely forget to put it on there, which it wouldn't be the first time. Oh, I think I'm finished with the small buildings now, so I might as well go on to the big one. Now, the big one means that I'm going to be doing it a different way. Now, the small projects are easy, just build them from scratch, out random bits, junk, stick them all together. But the big one, I find it easier to find some large pieces, stick them to a base, and then glue stuff to those big pieces to make them look like buildings. For this, I used a little cat car toy I got from B&M and a Nesquik container, you know, for the milkshake. That I've been holding on to because I thought, oh, that'll make a good sci-fi container, but it's a little bit too big for what I want because scale is weird in miniatures, because sometimes your containers are bigger than your houses. I read this thing in the second edition of How to Make Wargames Terrain by Citadel, and it said that sometimes when you've got an army on the field, the scale doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to look like the thing that it's supposed to look like. Because when you're playing, you don't really think about that stuff. As long as it looks right, that's what matters. But that is completely not how my head works. So I like the things that I make to look right for the size of the things that I make. if that makes sense. I'm doing a lot of rambling in this video. Just going off on tangents and talking about everything. I think it's because I'm a little bit ill. Like every other YouTuber on YouTube at the moment seems to be, well, every other YouTube crafter all seems to be ill. The joys of being a dad. Oh well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. When I was building this, I literally thought, oh, what can it be for? Because I like my buildings to have uses. Because obviously, I'm building a town. Slowly, piece by piece, called Outpost 414. Well, it's not really a town, is it? It's an outpost. What am I talking about? But obviously I've done some shops, and I thought, you know what, let's build a medical centre, or something, like a place. I wanted a place that adventurers could go to and heal up after their adventures, because that's what mostly happens in this outpost, is people come there as a way station to stock up and supply before they go on their journeys, which is the whole point of this flipping tanks. It's like basically a job. You get given a job in Outpost 414 and you have to go out and destroy one of the Robo-Rebel tanks with your own tank, of your own design. Oh, I hope you enjoyed this rivet time. Someone asked me in a previous video quite a while back how I managed to get rivet time to look as smooth as I did. Now the answer is this: you take like 500 pictures and you go to DaVinci's Resolve, you link all the clips together so they want one continuous clip, and then you just mess with the speed settings until it looks right, and that's it. And then we're ready for painting. Okay, so for painting, I'm just going to break it down so it's real easy, because I use this method a lot, especially for the robots and for the buildings or for weird vehicles that I make. I paint the whole thing black. I take a sponge, I dip it in some silver or a metallic colour, and I dab that all over it. You can never do too much because you're going to cover it. Right? Then I pick out my colours and I slap them on. That is it. You leave some spaces of silver showing, but that is as simple as it gets. I do this because it's quite quick. It doesn't actually look that bad for such a simple method of painting that anyone can do. So, black, silver, colour. That's it. Nice and simple. We can talk about washes later on, but that's all you need to know to get the thing started. Black, silver, colour. Seeing as my painting style's so simple and you're already here, I may as well throw some lore your way, because I like, you need to add some in every episode, just a little bit. So, originally when Outpost 414 formed, it didn't have a lot there. So they had a hotel, they had some shops, and that was about it. Maybe a bar. They had a bar as well. I said they had a bar. I'll build that in another episode. But that was it. And then all these adventurers start showing up as and using it as like a drop point before they went on their adventures. Thing was, most of these adventurers had to come back because they were injured while on their adventures. I said adventures too many times. But this led to a problem for 414, and that was that there was all these injured people walking around with no way of healing them. So Major Max, the mayor of 414, decided that he could make some money off it. And to do that, he built himself a medical centre. The thing was, he didn't have anyone to run it, so he put out a message planet-wide just to try and get anyone that would run this medical centre, and someone answered the call. His name is Dr. Mike Hatt. And he's a bit odd. Some people don't think he's human, although if you ask him, he will tell you he's a completely human man and not a robot in any way, shape or form. And he will say it exactly that way. I am a completely human man and I am not a robot in any shape or form. Now, most people love the new Doctor. He feeds the homeless soup with questionable meat in it. I say questionable because people don't know where it comes from, although occasionally some people do die in this medical centre, and once they die they disappear. But people try not to question that, because it's free food. And when you're struggling, free food's free food. So, this is his medical centre. His name is Dr. Macat. And, yeah, he's the doctor of the 414. And he is the totally human man. Oh, and the other houses are just what people have built who don't want to pay the prices for the hotel. Because sometimes it's just cheaper building a house out of junk instead of paying the prices of Major Max's hotel. Okay, we're getting towards the end of the video. So I'm just going to remind everyone, if you want your own copy of the game, just download it. It's on the link below in the description of the video. Any issues with sizing when it comes to printing it, because I've designed it so that you can print it onto just a normal piece of photo paper with minimal cropping. But any issues, let me know, and I'll make any amendments and update the file and the link, just so it's easier for people to print. Because this is pretty much new to me, so I'm just trying my best, do what I can. I wanted to do a big shout out to Terrain by Aaron as well, because he made a flipping tank. And I've put it in a playlist, so if anyone else makes a tank on YouTube and tags me in it, I will add it to the playlist. If you ever want to look for them, just type in flipping tanks, you should be able to find it. Alright. And I'll put a link to that as well in the description. So yeah, thank you, Terrain by Aaron. Thank you for making a flipping tank. Yeah, so hope people enjoy playing the game if they ever decide to make a tank. Don't forget as well, if you don't have YouTube and you are making one, post it on Instagram, tag me in that. I will include your pictures in something, maybe another video. Alright. Don't forget to like and subscribe. There's links to my Instagram in my profile on YouTube, so check that out as well, because I do post stuff up in there that I don't put onto YouTube when, you know, like when I'm doing my weird crafts and stuff like that, or testing things out. Oh, I forgot to mention the wash. Okay, so just put wash on it and then sponge it off. Simple as. I'm going to go to sleep now for like 14 hours because I'm knackered. I hope you enjoy the video. I will see you next time. I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be the stop motion one on the next video or the one after. It might take me a little bit longer just because it's a new medium for me. But there will be one with a tutorial, all that stuff. Even if I have to update it through shorts, there will be something. Enjoy the spinny bit. I will see you next time. Drop.